Hey, my name is Mitchell Cohen. I'm the creator of Tandem MIDI Canvas for iOS, and today we're exploring Canvas mode. I'm going to be using my iPad Air with the Magic Mouse so you can see my cursor on the screen. Might make it a little bit easier to figure out what's going on and see what I'm talking about and follow along. Let's check it out. Canvas is located at the top right card in our dashboard view. Immediately, let's talk about navigation. We can tap and drag the background to pan around the canvas. I put some components here so you can see that the camera itself is moving. And then we can pinch in and out on the screen to zoom. Also, we can double tap on the background to switch between a zoomed out view and a zoomed in view. Just how far zoomed out is, we designate in the settings view at the top with the gear icon. Scroll a little ways, you can see canvas zoom settings, zoom in value and zoom out value. This allows us to dial in our double tap views. Alright, beyond navigation, how we interact with canvas mode is with the toolbar at the bottom right and with the components themselves. The arrow icon will expand and collapse the toolbar. Let's start with tandem mode, the topmost icon. Looks like two people. Single tapping that will bring up the setup screen, allowing you to designate a name for your device. This allows us to pair with other devices. I'm going to be using my iPhone to interact and demonstrate. So we'll give a name and click Start Collaborating. From there, we're enabled. Any other instances of Tandem that are enabled on other iOS devices will automatically pair and connect. So I'll do the same thing here. I'll go to Tandem here. The name of this iPhone is Mitchell. Click Start Collaborating. And then at the top, you'll see Mitchell join the session, as well as my iPhone's canvas changed to match the iPad's canvas because the iPad had hosted it first. Tandem mode allows multiple people to interact on the same MIDI controller. The first of its kind, I believe. So when I move this fader here, the fader on my canvas on my iPad is responding in real time. The use case here is maybe a band is performing live. One player has their iOS device plugged in USB-C or USB to the machine, sending MIDI messages. The rest of the bandmates sync up via tandem mode to that canvas, not sending MIDI messages. This allows the minimum CPU wasted on MIDI messages and allows this to happen even without Wi-Fi. Currently, Tandem is local only. When I move a component, it updates on the other canvases as well. To exit Tandem mode, we simply single tap the icon once more and it will disconnect us. The lock icon will prevent navigation while leaving components interactive. Tap again to unlock. The crosshair icon will bring us back to the center of the canvas. The folder icon with the gear is our preset browser. We can save a new preset by naming it, giving it filters if we choose, or our name if we wanted to share it in the community website. We can view as tiles or list view, as well as sort by clicking the sort icon to the right. Single clicking and deselecting filters will sort the presets. We can clear our existing canvas with this button right here, and we can edit the name with the pencil icon, as well as search. The slider and screen icon will bring up the modulation matrix, listing the components and allowing us to configure them by tapping on them, trade for something new, or delete it. The eye icon enables and disables Zen View, minimizing user interface elements for pure MIDI interaction. Tap again to show everything. At the top we have our quick theme switcher, settings icon, and back button to go back home to the dashboard. Let's talk about the components themselves. To add a new component, we hit the plus icon there. The grid icon will pull up the categories list. I'll choose a slider. We can add at the bottom right. Beyond interacting with a component by tapping them or dragging them, we can configure components by single tapping their icon, tap the canvas background to deselect, and move a component's position on the canvas via tapping and dragging its icon. Let it go where you want it to stay. Let's take a look at MIDI configuration. Single tapping an icon will bring up the configure and trade icons. I'll tap configure. From here we can change aesthetics and MIDI settings. At the top we have orientation as well as naming settings. Double tap a component's name to rename it. Return to confirm. We can change the size of a component here, as well as configure its MIDI. Every individual component can have multiple MIDI destinations and ranges. To add a new one, we click the Add button at the top right. of the MIDI destination section. From here, the configuration will be open with the arrow, allowing us to choose a message type, that message number, as well as its range, all from within the destination selection. The up arrow will send a test MIDI message to its associated destination, perfect for mapping. The plus button will add our favorite destinations to the below Quick Actions section. The Quick Actions section is a collection of our favorite MIDI destinations that can be added to any component by single clicking it. We can also long press a card to reorder it or delete it. Multi-mapping on a per component basis makes Tandem extremely powerful. When we're happy, we can just hit save. Single tapping the label again, I can choose the trade icon, which will allow me to swap to a different component, even one not of its same category. With the component selected by tapping its label, we can delete it with the trash icon in the toolbar. In the settings view, behind the gear icon in the top, we have some settings related to the canvas mode, such as reduce motion, show component labels, show component numbers, as well as our canvas zoom settings that we talked about earlier. Below, we can designate a default preset, which is helpful if we normally go to the same type of configuration between projects or between sessions. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you had any questions or any ideas. Peace.